Hi everybody, welcome to the first installment of Did I Put on Spanx for This Vlog? Some friends of mine suggested that I do a vlog instead of writing. I mean, I'm assuming they made this suggestion because I am adorable and the world should see me. No? Whatever. Anyway, so here we go. Here's the first installment and dun da da da. My first thing is I want to talk about texting and dating. All right, here's the breakdown. I do not understand texting and dating, okay? It seems to be the only way that you communicate with someone before you actually meet them in person, which is weird to me because, like, you never hear their voice until you see them. It's just odd. I don't know. I think I'm stuck somewhere in the olden days, being in my mid-30s. And yes, everyone, I am a single woman dating in her mid-30s. I am the cliche. Sex in the City. Right here. Except not. Anyway, so I'm stuck somewhere between, like, the days I remember prior to the interwebs being a thing. I still remember the dial-up when I was in high school. And the sound of that lovely dial-up. And now it being all about these apps on your phones, like they call them dating apps. Sweetie, honey, they're not dating apps. They are hookup apps. They are you interested in a one-night stand with someone you're never going to see again in your life? If so, press yes. Apps. That's what they are. Anyway, everything is communication through the phone except for actually communicating through the phone for its intended purposes, which is hearing each other's voices. Duh. So that's my first complaint, is we're going to address texting and dating. I hate texting and dating, and these are the reasons why. Number one, I don't like this idea that you need to wait X amount of time to respond and or to send initial messages. I think that's stupid. If you want to message somebody, message them. If they can respond, they should respond. It's dating is not rocket science. It doesn't need to be this complicated. So apparently, here's what I'm learning. Y'all, here's what I'm learning. I'm learning that is not the way that it works. Nay. You cannot send initial messages in certain time slots. You need to wait hours and or days depending on how much of an asshole you plan to be. And then this person who receives the message needs to wait hours and or days to reply, depending on how non-desperate you want to seem. What? So my experiences have been, because I am a courteous person, well, I try to be anyway, and whether it's a friend, a family member, a date, whatever, if somebody shoots me a message and I have time and it's not going to inconvenience anyone, I respond. I respond to the message. There you go. I mean, I was guilty, just like everybody else is guilty, and don't say you're not, of overusage of the phone, constantly having your face buried in the phone, texting away when you're missing out on conversations around you. And I'm moving away from that, and I'm really trying to just put the phone away as far as chit-chatting with people. My new guilty pleasure is checking Pinterest like 500 times a day, but that's a whole separate vlog. That needs an intervention. Anyway, but I'm trying to get away from having texting conversations when I could be having conversations with actual human beings that are present in my company at the moment. But, so I respond. It doesn't matter if I'm dating you. It doesn't matter if I've slept with you. It doesn't matter if I'm friends with you. It doesn't matter if you are blood related to me. I respond when I have the chance to respond. Apparently that makes me clingy, and I just want to go on record as saying I'm using the word respond. I'm responding to your initial message, but I'm the clingy one. Okay. So then I decided, okay, I guess I'm supposed to do this whole, like, waiting a couple of hours to respond to the message, even though I could respond to it right then. And then I get called cold and distant and something's changed, but I could potentially be clingy. So there's just no winning with that one. Um, but I don't understand it. I don't understand this rule, and no one gave me the manual. If someone has a copy of the dating manual, I would really appreciate you emailing it to me. That would be great. Because when I became single again, nobody sent it to me. So, flying blind. I don't get it. I think that I find it interesting that on our list of things we're looking for in other people, it seems a common thing is decency and manners. I mean, the big thing is, oh, when you're on a date, you're supposed to see how they treat the wait staff or whatever. Well, guys, this kind of is the same thing. It's like if they have a chance to respond and they do, isn't that manners? Isn't that just being courteous? And isn't that what's on our list of things that we're looking for? And I'm pretty sure there's a floaty down. A floaty that died out in the pool. Anyway. But I just think that's part of what, aren't we looking for someone who's courteous and kind and has manners and isn't responding to messages kind of what that is? I don't know. Apparently I'm completely wrong about all this stuff. Now, my other thing is this constant texting and never speaking to each other on the phone or whatever. And you never actually hear their voice or know anything really about them until you meet in person. And I mean, for I would say 90% of the time I've been fortunate that they are who they say they are. Like whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is a whole separate vlog too. But my thing is what happened to calling people on the telephone, and I dated a guy who, that's kind of how he got my attention, is we were texting and he said, I would really like to just talk to you on the telephone. Could I give you a call tonight around 9 o'clock? And I was like, yes, sure. Now, granted, that guy turned out to be married. Just found that out. Yeah. Anyway, that also is a separate vlog, which I will be making one about that one because that needs to be talked about later. Anyway, back to the texting phone thing. Guys, ladies, come on. Dating world. If you are having the texting conversation and it's flowing and it's nice and it's good and you're like, I'm digging this person's awesome, why not have a phone conversation? Actual human interaction is not that bad. It's really not. I find it very interesting. We use apps to meet each other and talk to each other, and the only actual human contact that we're making with these people is on a date or hooking up sexually. That's our human we're totally missing steps in between. So yeah, we need to get back to where we call people. And guess what? It's okay to call people. Yeah, it's fine. Don't tell anybody. Please tell people. Tell everybody. It's fine. Just call. But caveat. Don't call 500 times in a row. If they aren't answering because maybe they're busy, And that doesn't mean that you hang up and press the redial button, because then you just seem crazy. I might be experiencing that currently with 2 different guys. Anyway, yeah. So let's knock that off. You know what? If you want to talk. The other thing too is don't be so afraid to just hear somebody's voice and let them hear yours. A little tip for the fellas. I can't speak for what the fellas like for the ladies to do, but I can speak for the ladies. It's very endearing to us if a guy we've been doing the messaging back and forth thing, and all of a sudden he's like, I'd really just like to talk to you, and chat on the phone. Can I give you a call around blank time tonight. We seriously, we're group messaging our friends and we're telling them that you just did that, and all of them are going, "Oh, that's so cute." Yeah, dude, do it. Do it. Plus, it gives you a chance. It gives you a chance to hear voices. I mean, what if they sound like Minnie Mouse or something? I mean, maybe you dig that and that's your thing, and then kudos to you. The other thing in this texting world is emoticons and the use of pet names. Fellas, stop it. No. No. If we have not been on a date yet, or we have had a date, or it's, in between date number 1 and date number 2, please don't message me with calling me baby and darling and sweetheart and sugar and all those other icky pet names. Please, please don't do that. Don't do that. Let's give it some time before we start these pet names. It's just... So, yeah, let's not do that either. And with the emoticons, stop sending me kissy faces when I have never met you. I don't... No. Just a few messages here and there. You know what? Let me call you tonight so we can actually chat. Call the girl on the phone and then ask her on a date and use the word date. Stop saying let's hang out. Because my answer to that now, fellas, and any of the guys who I have dated, potentially are going to date, or whatever that see this vlog, my answer to a text message that says, "Hey baby, can we hang out tonight, kissy face," is no. We cannot. As they like to say in Singapore, cannot la. We are, nope. I hang out with my friends. That I do. But you know what? I got plenty of those. I'm not looking for a new friend. Guys, pick up the phone, send her the text message if you're interested in her, and say, "Can I give you a call tonight around blah, blah, blah time so that we can chat?" You chat for a little while, and if you're still vibing on her, use the words, "I would really like to take you on a date. When are you available?" And I promise you, she will swoon. You may not click on the first date in person, but you got higher marks, and you have a better chance of finding the kind of woman that you want by behaving like that. Fellas, always remember and say to yourselves, how do I want someone to treat my sister, my nieces, my cousins, and someday my daughter? If you can't be that type of man, you need to work on that before you start using Tinder. Anyway, that's all for the first installment of Did I Put on Spanx for this vlog edition. I'll keep you posted if I plan to write and or do vlogs. I think I might do both because I am Wonder Woman. Anyway, bye-bye from Singapore.